Dear citizens of all races, my Christian brothers, my Muslim brothers, Jewish brothers, and people of other faiths and philosophies, I would like you all to know that I am appealing to you and not the court system. I have not filed a report recently with Internal Affairs or anything like that. I'm appealing to the court of public opinion. And here I'll present you another exhibit. I would say A, but we're past Z by now, right? We're way beyond that. Okay. Z. Okay. This on the screen is me in 2009, August 31st, I believe. August 31st, 2009. Not exactly Prince fucking Charming. Hey. I know some of you are taking shots at me now. Hey, keep in mind I'm the top martial artist and I will fuck a nigga up. No, I'm just kidding. I don't believe in, senseless violence even over. Go ahead and take shots at me. But listen to what the fuck I'm saying, brother, sister, and whoever else may be listening. That goes for you too, Satan. All right, all jokes aside. I was towed up, okay? And nobody launched an intervention. Nobody gave a shit to launch an intervention when I was drinking myself to death. 2011, on the anniversary of my uncle's death, I go back to the psych ward for being upset and sober and very serious about saving the world. They knew because of Bob Munn and George and the incidents we had with the white racist neighbors with the Confederate flags. Ask the neighbors, true story. And the Santa Clara County Sheriff Department giving them an extra 30 days, quote unquote, messing up the paperwork, that I was already angry at the world. And my uncle dying since I was protecting my family from white racists, the same family that's betraying me right now, mind you. I know, horrible. It's almost like I'm making this shit up, right? Like I'm saying my side of the story and not theirs. But I have them on camera giving their side of the story, right? It's not like it's one-sided. You see my mom doing that. You see the police. You see it with your own eyes. You see the 15 witnesses. Anyway, sorry. Got a little sidetracked. Okay. So they did not launch an intervention until 2011, when I had been off psych meds for many, many years. Why is that? Because there was no pressing need to drug me for a quote-unquote chemical imbalance ever in my life. It was always about making the white man feel good. My dad was brought here during the MK Ultra hype, right? When was MK Ultra? When was the Nigerian Civil War? Is my dad a brain surgeon, and what does that have to do with MK Ultra, lobotomies, psychiatry, neuroscience, cognitive sciences, neurological malfunctions and disorders, dopamine, serotonin, receptors, brain structure, temporal lobe. We all have a temper. We all have emotions. And yes, the temporal lobe has something to do with that. And yes, if you take the time to individually scan a person without comparing it to everyone's brain scan in the world, you can guess it means dick. So even if they had definitive proof of something in the brain, it would automatically be inconclusive. So my mom lied no matter how you slice it. Okay? And of course, it is inconclusive. And don't you think it's ridiculous for her to be able to rely on information I cannot access myself? Okay? Or I don't know how to access. Or they made me believe I can't access myself, right? That proves that I'm right, and to misrepresent what it says. I mean, come on, man. These people have no right to ever even ask me politely to pick a shrink of my choice. You are the opposition view, and I have freedom of religion. And it is against my religion to even begin to go to mental health. Thank you. In Santa Cruz, I expect you to do your job. Gang stalking is real, and you are all aware that I'm out here. So do your job. And keep in mind that we expect arrests. We don't expect you to zoom in on me and say, hey, if we get out of him, the criminals will be calm. We get him out of the equation, the criminals will be calm, and the crime rate will be low. We're specifically looking for you to put your appearances over what is morally correct and legal and logical, okay? You can't do selective law enforcement these days without a bunch of scholars, including pissed off black ones, noticing. And yes, because of the way they are doing things, unfortunately, I don't mean to offend you or threaten you. That's not what this is about. But because of the way the families are connected to this, and you have families members working in different sectors in collaboration, in collusion, to maintain the white power structure, we will write down your family names too.